Pesachim Daf Tzadik Tes. As an anonymous viewer of your daily Old Daf Shir in New Jersey, I was looking forward to meeting you during our family's planned trip to Israel for Pesach. Unfortunately, Min Hashamayim lo misayim biyadi, and our trip will not come to fruition due to corona-related extenuating circumstances. I therefore want to let you know, as part of your upcoming Siyum, that you are zoicha to reach and teach a group much larger than you know. Individuals like myself who study daf yomi in the morning and return to review with you in the evening, in order to benefit from integral style and presentation. Truthfully, on a personal level, your shir accomplishes two goals, chazara and visualization. For both aspects, I thank you profusely, and I'm still looking forward to meeting you in person for a combination of Riyah and Shmiyah. A member of your international fan club, Yishkoyach member. Review the holds that a korban pesach is only kosher if one of the original members that were there at the designation of the korban pesach remain throughout the entire process. If at any given time you don't have an original member, even if you have somebody that was added later on, the korban pesach is possible. Rabbi Yossi, on the other hand, holds the only time the korban pesach becomes possible is if the korban pesach is left momentarily without any members. But if you have a new member and all the original members are gone, the korban pesach is kosher. The Mishnah says that if you have two people that have two separate karbanos, you have Reuven that has carbon A, and Shimon has carbon B, and the karbanos got mixed up. So Reuven brings another person to his group, he brings Levi. Shimon brings another person, he brings Yehuda. Reuven goes over to Shimon's carbon B, and Shimon goes over to Reuven's carbon A, and they make a deal. The problem is, according to Rabbi Yehuda, that you have to have an original member on the carbon. The two original members left their carbon. Rabbi Yochanan says that's not a problem. Since it's not allowed to have one, you're not allowed to have one member per carbon. You have to seek an additional member. So the second person that comes to this carbon, Levi and Yehuda, the second people, they are considered originals because without them, the carbon is possible. In fact, Rabbi Yehuda is meduik in our Mishnah. Says, what about a case where 5 karbanos got mixed up? So what do? You take a member from each carbon and you send them off to one of the other groups. The Mishnah only says if you have 5 groups with 5 people. How come the Mishnah doesn't mention 5 groups with 4 people? Because you can never add a 5th person. It's too late. Because you have to have an original member on each carbon. If you only have 4 people and they leave to 4 other karbanos, one carbon is going to be left without an original member, like Rabbi Yehuda. With that, we finish Perek Misha Hayatam. And now we're beginning the final Perek in Pesachim Pesachim, Perek Arvei Pesachim. On erev Pesach, it's usher to eat a meal from Samach leMincha Ktana. Mincha Ktana is at approximately 12:30, let's call it. Samach means a half hour before that. So from 12 o'clock on, all the way to the night, you cannot eat a meal. The Gemara is going to describe different things you could eat: fruits, vegetables, meat. We can't have a meal. And the reason is because we want you to be able to eat the matzah, l'soiva, should have an appetite for the matzah. Another halacha: even a person who's poor should lean and do haseva while he's being kind the mitzvah of matzah and wine and everything else. Although leaning is something that the wealthy do, poor person also has to lean. A poor person has to sell everything he has. He should sell himself in order to provide 4 cups of wine, the daled kaisis. The tamchui, the tzedakah, has to provide the ani also with 4 cups of wine. Rav Huna believes that our Mishnah goes like Rabbi Yossi, that it's only erev Pesach there's an isser to eat a real suda before Yantiv. But on erev Shabbos, for instance, Rabbi Yossi holds that one is permitted to eat as much as he wants all the way to the night. Rav Papa, on the other hand, says our Mishnah can be going even according to Rabbi Yehuda. And erev Shabbos, the difference between erev Shabbos and Pesach, and the reason why our Mishnah talks about Pesach and not Shabbos, because erev Shabbos, the isser begins from Mincha Ktana, that's 12:30, whereas erev Pesach, the isser begins a half hour earlier, Samach leMincha Ktana, at 12 o'clock. The problem is there's a kasha from the Brisa, because in the Brisa it says specifically that Rabbi Yehuda holds even on erev Shabbos it's usher to eat from Samach leMincha, from 12 o'clock. And in fact, Meremar says Rav Pinchas agreed that this Brisa is a good Brisa. There's no mistake in the Brisa. So therefore, we have to go back to say that our Mishnah goes like Rabbi Yossi, that there's a difference between erev Pesach, where it's usher to eat Samach leMincha, and erev Shabbos it's mutter to eat all the way to the night. Have a wonderful day.